Just kind of going through the beard is awesome. How long did you grow it? What was the reason you grew it? Do you like a beard or just a mustache? Do you prefer a long or short mustache? So the answer to your question is my beard has been like accumulative of different months. Um, it's been accumulated of several months, years. I used to have a beard real short, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and grow my beard out. This had to be like 3 years ago, and decided that I was going to just have like a beard journey. I was going to grow it out, and so I grew it out, and then I kept it, probably about here because I kept on cutting it, and a lot of times we get so wrapped up in cutting our beards and trimming them that we look back and go, man, why did I do this? Why did I trim my beard? Because we took too much off. That's kind of been me for the last, I don't know, last 3 years. But since like October of last year, I decided I'm going to go ahead and grow this bad boy out. And so December, I did a transparency cut, and that was it. So we're looking at, going into the fifth month of, fifth, sixth, seventh month, 7 or 8 months now of growing this out. Okay. So, but good products, time, a lot of hydration as far as water, goes a long ways. Plus, obviously, your health and what you eat, but I don't think any of us nail that down perfectly, right? So, appreciate that. Appreciate the comment. I love beards. I love growing my beard out. Let's see here. Uh, Lewis says, "What's up, Chad? How are you doing, my brother? At work, but dropping by to say hi." Appreciate it, man. I'm doing good. Thanks, Luis. We got Santa Tom in the house. Good to see you, brother. Frankie, good to see you, my man. We got Dave. Good to see you. Randy, good to see you. It's good to see all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Hit the like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, hit that like button if you all will. So first of all, just to kind of get this out here, I did a review on this not too long ago. Okay, and there's been a lot of people that have commented and say that they like these. Okay. And there's nothing, I said that you could use these for like at home. I wouldn't probably recommend these for like a barber that's going to do this for a living all the time. You want to get some really good quality tools, but this is a good at home kit here. Okay. And you can see it comes with some precision clippers, a precision trimmer, and it's got a foil shaver. And I mean, it's not the best. I can tell you that right now. It's not. It's plastic. Uh, and this, I just dropped it. Don't want to drop this because then you drop this, it's over. It's toast. Okay. But I don't even know how the battery is. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't use it enough. And so I couldn't really give you like a full review on the battery. But I will say that it's kind of like a economy. I would say maybe a economy entry level set here. It does come with a comb, which you can see it's plastic. We highly recommend that you don't ever use plastic combs on your beard, but I would say probably wouldn't want to use it on your head hair either because it will snag them. Comes with different guards, but I said all that to say this. I'm going to do a giveaway and give this thing away. Okay. I have another set of clippers and trimmers that I use. I'm a big Brio fan, but I'm also a Humminbird fan. I have a Humminbird MK9 and MK10, which I really enjoy. Actually, I take that back. MK10 and MK. Give me 1 second. What I have here, this isn't, I'm not sitting here trying to endorse this or anything like that. I'm just saying the reason why I'm giving these away is because I have something like this. Okay, this is the MK10 and MK11 by Humminbird. Fantastic clippers and trimmers. If you are interested in Father's Day or something, I'm telling you, we use this on my son. It's kind of been the thing that we've been doing now. We cut my son's hair. We've been doing it for a while. My son likes pompadour, that kind of look. And so I'm going to be doing a giveaway on this. I'm going to give this away. I'm sure somebody would want this out there. So stay tuned how you can be entered into that giveaway. All right. Just heard about Cremo beard products. Are they any good, Chad? I would be careful with Cremo. Some of it could be good. I haven't used all of it, to be honest with you, but a lot of it has like water base in the butters and stuff. So you got to be careful with that, okay? I started out using Cremo. I did Cremo. I also did King Gillette, American Crew, all of these ones that I found. And, at the time it seemed like for a short beard, it didn't hurt. But I would definitely do my research. If there's any type of aqua water ingredient in your butter, and it looks like a moisturizer, kind of creamy consistency, I would highly disregard that. Okay, Kiki, what's happening? Um, let's see here. I told one of the guys at work about your channel. He subscribed. Awesome, awesome, cool, man. Appreciate that. All right. So yeah, your girlfriend saying, Luis, I thought you were working. What's going on here? So today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different than beard care. I mean, obviously I love talking about beards, and we can always shoot the breeze and talk about beards and stuff. But today I want to talk about head shaving. This is the Beards, Heads, and Threads YouTube channel. So we talk about beard care, but we also talk about head shaving, and we talk about clothing. And so today we're talking about head shaving. All right. And I know some of you guys don't have shaved heads, and that's fine. You don't have to be here to listen. If you want to listen, you can. But I'm going to talk about some products. I'm going to do like a head shaving tutorial, how I shave my head. Hopefully this will help you guys. But I'm going to talk about a couple of head shavers that I'm going to use. I'm going to use one on one side of my head and the other on the other side of the head. So right down the middle on this side, I'm going to use a head shaver. And on this side over, I'm going to use another head shaver. And then I'm going to show you some products that I like to use and get your guys' feedback on it and tell me what you guys think and what you guys have been using and what works for you and that good stuff, okay? So if you're coming in, if you do me a favor, hit the like button. That's what it helps me out. The best way to do it is double tap the screen if you have the YouTube app, and it automatically just gives you a like right there. So you don't have to go through all the hectic, going back and hitting the like little icon or anything like that, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to talk about a couple of head shavers I'm going to use. So first of all, I'm not going to use this one, but I do want to talk about this one. This is the Brio Raise. It's a little oily because obviously if you're a bearded guy, you get oil all over the place sometimes, okay? So this right here, I love this thing, Brio Raise 2.0, all right? So, but I'm not using that because I use it a lot, and I want to try some different ones today. Now, here we go. This is the box that this Max Groom came in that I have right here, all right? Love this thing. I think it's I don't even know if it's a Chinese brand. I couldn't even tell you, but it's on Amazon. All right. So this has been a solid head shaver. I'm just going to tell you that. And the other one is going to be this one, MK13 by Hummingbird. You can see the display on both of these right there. Big old, like spacious, a lot of real estate there on the display on this one. You can see, all right, the difference. Now, with that being said, as much as I love Hummingbird, it does not have some cool things that this Max Groom has. Okay, so what does this one have? Well, it has two different RPMs, just like the Brio Beardscape or the Brio Raise. This one starts at 6,600 and it goes up to 7,000. All right, 90. What was that? 95% battery life. You can see right here, this does magnetize, all right, which is really, really nice. I like magnetizing heads on these because if you have something that has the little doors, they break. They do. Over time, it's just one of those things that it's just going to happen. The more you open these little doors, the more you're going to break it, all right? So keep in mind, these little blades in here do not come out. They're kind of locked in there, which can be a good thing because it depends on the make, on the model. Because, for instance, like the Brio Rays, if you try to take these out, you won't get one back in. It's going to be a broken head practically. You're going to have to buy another one, cartridge, and sometimes those can be up to, I don't know, 20 bucks or something. I'm not sure. So it's nice that these are locked in, but you can't really clean them out like a school shaver. So I love how they magnetize. All right, it's like this. And I love that it's got the USB-C charging capabilities. It's got a travel lock. I can hold this down for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3. And now it's, hold on, let's skip that again. 3, 2, 1, and it is locked. So if I put this in my luggage in a bag, I don't have to worry about this thing going off in my bag, because it's really annoying if you have a shaver in your backpack or your bag, luggage, whatever that you're carrying, and this goes off, because then you got to dig through it, and it's just a mess. So it's really nice to have that. These also come with a travel case, which is nice. And you know, a lot of head shavers don't come with travel case. The new Brio Race does, but this one right here does not have a travel case. Obviously, it came in this little box right here, but um, seven 7D floating blade heads. You can see how they float on top. Okay, so these do a really good job floating on your head. Now let's take a look at this MK13. You can see this one goes in a little bit different. Okay, so this one goes out. The blades go like outward. As you can see, these go inward. So they're going to give a different type of a shave. All right. What I was going to say was on this head. What's up, Justin? Good to see you. Chad, have a good day, Chad. Wanted to show for. Got a lot to do today. Thanks. Appreciate it, Dave. Have a good day. So what's cool about this one is when you pull it off, you can see you can take those blades out by unscrewing this orange little gadget to the left, counterclockwise. The whole thing will come undone, and you can clean each blade out, which is a plus. Okay. Another thing I want you to see between the two. See the real estate right there, the trappings where you can trap all that hair. It's not bad, but look at this one. This one is so much deeper. It holds so much more trappings. All right. And so um, these are all solid. They don't move. These little armatures move. So just kind of going over these different things on these heads. Okay. So we're going to go over different ones and why they're really good. But I love how it magnetizes. Really nice. See? And this one has the USB-C charging capabilities. And it just feels so dang good in hands. Now, it just depends. Do you want one that's going to be, you know, you just put it in your palm like that? Okay. Or do you want one that's got an actual like handle type to hold on to? It's just your you know, your what do you, your preference. That's the word I was looking for. IPX6, okay, IPX6, water resistant. You can use this in the shower. I believe this one's IPX7, so it's waterproof. Again, 7,000 RPMs. I think this one has 7,000 too, but this one has a slower one if you have more finer hair. So that is the head shavers that I'm going to be going over today. Max Groom right here, and this one is going to be the Humminbird MK13. All right. So now that I have that, I'm going to take my hat off. Okay. I do have a little bit of growth here. I know it looks kind of shiny, but I promise you there are some hairs on the side of my head. All right. Now I got to tell you straight up, I have thin hair, like light hair, so it's a lot harder to see, but I promise you, there are hairs on my head. So, what I do before I even start, I'm going to put beard oil, not beard oil, I'm going to be putting pre shave oil. I guess beard oil probably could work. Pre shave oil as a lubrication on my head, okay? And this is not a sponsored deal for Freebird. I have Freebird here. I've got different ones. In fact, I had Grooming, and I sent it to a friend of mine because he didn't know anything about like head shaving, you know, taking care of your skin. So I sent that to him to try out. Don't have any more. It's got lemongrass, which is something that I like. But this is what I'm going to use today. I will be using my own products before long for my head shaving. But ideally, you could get in the shower and get it real hot, your head, like where you get those hair follicles where they're stimulated and they're ready to be, you know, shaved, where you get a close cut. You can do it outside the shower. Like you get out of the shower, you've already taken a shower and stuff, you can shave your head then. Or you can do it without getting your hair wet, your head wet, because you don't have hair if you're like me. You know, so what I would recommend is if you're in the shower and you want to shave your head in the shower, just get nice and hot, and I think that you would be all right without using the pre-shave oil. I think that just getting your head hot, then you can put that. shaving gel that we're going to talk about. I've got different shaving gels here I want to talk about. This is the Freebird Sandalwood. I like the scent. It's a pump. I've got different ones. I've been really rocking this for a long time now. This is the Clear Shave. You can see, and here it's like almost empty. It's aluminum, so you can always refill these, which is really, really cost efficient. After a while, you just keep this metal or aluminum tin and take it off and refill it with the bag that this stuff comes in. I love the smell of this. It's just nice and aloe, just mentholy, but it's a foamless, like clear gel that I love to use. I don't really use a whole lot of like foaming soap. I have every now and then if I'm going to use a razor, but the Clear Shave from Volt is fantastic. Love it. All right. So another pre-shave oil you could use is leaf shave. I have this shave oil that I use sometimes on my head and on my cheek lines. Again, you can always use, anything really. If you get some, basic olive oil, and just mix some things in there. There's not a whole lot. Let me just read the ingredients: argan oil, grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond, avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil, and vitamin E. There's a fragrance in this pre-shave oil from Freebird. So you can practically, if you wanted to, you can always use like a beard oil for your head, okay, to shave, because it's a lubricant and it's good for your skin. So those would be some options for a pre-shave oil. But again, that would be like if you're not getting in the shower, you want to kind of get those follicles under your head where they're soft enough to shave. I'd put this on and wait a few minutes, and then I would apply the shaving gel, okay? Or this shaving gel, or several different ones. 245 is another good one that's on Amazon. There's a link below if you want to go check them out. But these are what I use, okay? So it doesn't mean that everybody's got to use these. You can use whatever you want, guys. I'm just telling you guys what I use. So you can take it and apply it how you want it. All right, so I'm going to do the head shave real quick, but I'm also going to show you when I'm done, what I use when I'm done, okay? So from this side over, I'm going to use the Hummingbird. From this side over, I'm going to use the Max Groom, okay? And we're going to see, because these are both 7 blades. You got 2, 4, 6, 7, and 2, 4, 6, 7. They just flex differently. So we're going to see at the end which one looks better. Now, obviously, you're probably not going to be able to see, but perhaps I'll lift up the phone and maybe try to get a closer shot. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pre-shave oil. I do have some napkins here for my hands because they will get greasy and oily. So get a few pumps in my hand for my head. All right. Get this sucker nice and glossy, glossed up, ready to go. All right. You can always rub it in your arms too, like your skin, your elbows, because this oil is good for your skin, just so you know. How do you know which one to pick? And is it necessary to have or like something like extra, like a preference? There's several different things that you can look for in oils, like obviously the carrier blend, meaning like sweet almond oil, jojoba, sweet almond, I said that, grapeseed oil, different types of carrier oils that are just, they have different benefits really for your skin and your hair. But some of them work better than others. Some people will say, because we know that jojoba oil is going to be the closest oil to your natural facial sebum oil that comes from your face, from your sebaceous glands. But there's several different oils that you can use, but everybody's skin and their hair acts different. Okay, so you find what works good for you, stick with that, and you can check out different scents. I did a video a few days ago. I think it was last Friday for my membership. I released it yesterday, and so many people gave me so much flack about about the scent. They're like, I can't believe that you would say that you don't like these top 3 scents from this company, and so here's the deal. At the end of the day, I'm a reviewer. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not trying to go off and sell you stuff. I'm trying to tell you and recommend stuff that I myself enjoy, and I myself maybe don't enjoy. And so, it's never bashing a company, it's never coming against a company. It's being honest and telling you the straight up truth of what I experienced. So, some people are fans of companies and they'll come out and take it personally and offensive and they will blast you and say all this stuff. And it's really kind of, it's a sad deal because, people can't have their opinions anymore these days. It seems like, what works for you may not work for me. And I promise you, what works for me may not work for you. But at the end of the day, that we have our opinions and we have our choices. You can buy from this company or you can buy from this company. And it doesn't mean that we're bashing any company. It's just, and it's obvious, and I said it even in my review, there are some people that love the scents that I talked about, but I just didn't prefer and like them. And so people took that as in like, me insulting the company or something like that. I don't know what they were thinking, but they were one person actually said, I wanted to listen to this because I like this company, but I don't like the way you sound. You don't have a good sounding voice. I'm thinking, okay, well then put me on mute and watch it. I just really don't care, honestly. It's sad that people act that way, but so to go back and answer your question, Kiki, yes, there are people, and it's everybody really that will actually have preferences of what they like. Now, your carrier oils that's in it, they're going to switch from company to company, but the scents are going to also change from company to company because you're going to have some people that like maybe a tobacco scent, some people like fragrance, like cologne type scents, some people like fruity, foodsy, woodsy scents. So some people don't even like any scents. They just want it unscented. Okay. So there's such a big variety out there when it comes to oils and when it comes to like scents and all that. Everything is subjective of what your scents may be for you. And some that may be favorites of mine may not be favorites of yours. Hey, Chad, I just went live on Instagram addressing this. You shouldn't have to apologize for your own opinions. Oh man, appreciate, man. I'm not trying to stir up any hornets, man. I just honestly, I want people to know that what they find here is absolute truth, and what I say is the truth. Somebody even accused me of like maybe having a paid video to come against the company. I'm thinking I've never heard that before. I've always heard over the years of people saying, is this a paid video on this head shaver, or is this a paid video trying to sell this head shaver? And what's crazy is I've always said I'm an affiliate for every one of these head shavers. I don't make anything more money than any other head shavers, and the fact of it is that I tell you what my favorites are. But I've never heard anybody ever until today ever come across and say, is this a paid video to bash a company? And I'm thinking, wow, no. Why would I take money, first of all, to make a video? And why do I have to take money to bash a company? I mean, my gosh, it's almost kind of like an insult on my character, like I'm going to actually bash a company for money. Anyways, I'm gonna get off that soapbox. All right, let's get into this head shaving. So the Hummingbird, I've got the shaving gel on my head now, or pre-shave oil on my head. Now I'm gonna put the shave gel on. Okay, so I'm gonna put shave gel. It's gonna be funny, guys. I'm gonna make this real interesting, but I'm gonna put this shave gel from Freebird on my left side, and I'm gonna put the shave gel here, the clear shave from Volt, on this side. Okay, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see which one works the best. All right. So you see how it's going on clear where I can see what in the world I'm doing. If you have shaving cream and foaming cream, you can't really see, and it's going to bog down the engines, or the motors of these head shavers. I sound like I'm from Australia now. There's so many head shavers out there. It seems like there's so many Australian people, or people with some amazing accents that do a lot of these head shaver reviews. I don't see a whole lot of like American people in the United States doing a lot of these head shaving stuff. It's like, it's interesting, really, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna get right here in my sideburn where my hair's the thickest, right in there. A lot of these head shavers, they do great on top of your head where it's kind of like real thin, but when it gets down to like above your ears, it gets a lot coarser in here. That's why you have a lot of guys that have like a horseshoe or a cul-de-sac. Somebody said one time, I thought it was kind of funny. It kind of goes around like this, and they leave the hair on the sides, which makes them look so much older. So by the way, if you are a guy that that has hair on your head and it's only on the sides, you look like, you've got, all that gone and hair on the sides. Guys, listen, just do yourself a favor and look younger by shaving it. I know there's like a big old reservation on, I don't know if I want to shave it. I don't know if I'm going to shave it. I don't know what people are going to think. Listen, they're going to think you look younger. It'll be a shock at first because people won't, understand, how do you look this good having a shaved head? I think it's funny. I say, you can look good shaving your head. You can tell people I shave my head on purpose. I'm not naturally bald. I'm intentionally bald. See what I did there? So this side, I've got the Freebird. I'm going to put the clear shave, which you can see the consistency and the color is that. Looks kind of bluish on this side. And I love the feeling of this stuff right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the feeling of this and the smell of this shaving gel. I use it all the time on my cheek lines. I'm from Kansas in the United States, Nanda. So let's see here. That is true. I've been saying the same thing to my boyfriend. He thinks he has to have everything the next guy has. Okay. Now, I think I've got everything. I think I got it all covered, guys. It's so stinking good. Amazing. It's all natural too. And if you know Tune 45, I'm pretty sure Volt Grooming is like the white label for does the white labeling for that company. So they know what they're doing. Okay. All right, so let's get with this, guys. I know you've been waiting on me. I apologize for the delay. Just trying to get you guys up to speed on products, what I do when I do this. So I want you guys to know that you know what Chad does when he shaves his head. He puts on the shaving pre-shave oil if I'm not in the shower, and puts on the shaving clear gel, and just wait a few minutes in between. Let that oil soak into your head. All right. So remember, I had this on travel lock. Turn it back off. One. All right. So here we go. Let me see if I'm going to try to pull this a little closer. Usually, a lot of times I'll do it in front of the mirror, but I want you guys to be able to see this, okay? All right. I always go in circular motions too, and that's the best thing that you want to do. If you're not doing this correctly, you may not get the best shave. It's always good to go in a circular motion just like this. Again, this is the Humminbird MK13. They both have 7 blades on them. See how smooth that looks, guys? You can see there's no hair there left. Hopefully there'll be a good a difference between one side and the other when I get done. And I will say this really contours nicely. Take my microphone off where you can hear me better instead of having it jiggle back and forth. You gotta get down there between your ear and your head. Down here's where you get some of the most irritation on the bottom of your neck, which I will talk about that here shortly, and what I do to prevent as much bumps and irritations as possible. Yeah, it's easy. It's really easy. But here's the deal, Keith. You got to remember, you have to have that head trimmed of your hair like no more than a quarter of an inch, because if not, it's not going to shave as good and it's going to pull hair. All right, let's see where we're at on this. So I just lost 2% of the battery on the Hummingbird if you're interested, but you can see the difference. See the kind of the hair. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see some of the hair up there on this side. Okay, and then this side you can see it's completely shaved. You can almost see my veins in my head when I'm getting really mad. You can always tell there's veins. I'm pretty ticked off when that happens. No, I'm just kidding. But so that was the MK13 from Hummingbird. Here is the Max Groom using the Volt Grooming head shaving clear gel. Notice how much quieter this is. Let me just take a moment and show this. Hummingbird MK13. I put it on travel lock. Hummingbird MK13. Hear the sound of that? Okay. And here's the Max Groom. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but this one seems like it's a lot quieter. But this one, you can see how it snugs up against my head. Okay. That's 7,000 RPMs. This one does an incredible, fantastic job. I'm just going to tell you this right now. Amazing head shaver right here. In fact, I have a friend, he just told me the other day that he has the Max Groom and he loves it. And I didn't even ask him about it. He just told me that he has the MK, or not the MK, but the Max Groom, and he loves it, and I didn't catch it, and I was reading it later, and I thought, oh, okay, he's got the Max Groom. I didn't. He was telling me he probably found it on my channel. I'm not sure, but I don't see this Max Groom really being talked about on any other channels. So I think that it's a fantastic option for many people when it comes to head shaving. All right, so it's nice and smooth. Okay. So the question is, I'm gonna put this back on my head or back on my shirt. So the question is, which one do I think is smoother? And honestly, they're pretty dang close. Almost identical. But I will say that it almost feels like the Max Groom may be just a smidge, tidbit smoother on the head than the MK13 from Hummingbird, which they're both fantastic. All right. So yeah, I've got a pretty clean shaven head. People say, how do you get your head so shiny? Well, guys, it's just simply using good products on your head. This pre-shave oil helps when it seeps down into your scalp. Using that shaving gel clear to be able to get down and really lubricate your head with the hairs and having something to be able to cut it. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of you know, trappings in there a little bit because I don't usually let my hair grow real long before I cut it. Okay, so, but here's the thing. I love switching off from different head shavers. I don't use the same one over and over and over, but I know which ones are my favorites that I go to if I want a quick, clean shave head, okay? So let's go back to the comments before I show you guys some things that I use when I get done. Okay, oh, I actually get to see in action. You make it look so easy. Okay, that's good to know. Wow, amazing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think behind my head. It's probably going to have a little bit of red right here, which is that's normal. You know, when you put friction on it, especially back here in the bottom part of your head, Nick. But I think that honestly, I feel like it's a really good shave. It did a great job. So here's the question. What do I use? I'm gonna back this up now. What do I use to help with irritations and bumps? Okay, that's the $1,000,000 question. There are several things that I have here that I want to show you that I use. Number one, you can use Volt. Here's another aluminum tin. You can refill them to save money over time. This is the aftershave. okay? It has a restrictor cap on top. You just kind of, smells good. Just tap it out and just put it on like a splash. I always love the smell of this, the nice drift. It's kind of like their body wash that they have. Another one that I don't use as much as I used to, but this one does a great job with irritations and bumps. This is the Leaf Calming Serum. My wife used most of it when she shaves her legs. I put this pump top on it. This is not one that comes with it. It normally comes with a dropper top, but I put this on there so I can just pump it in my hands and put it on my head. I'm not going to use that one, by the way. And so, again, Freebird's got a good one. This is the aftershave lotion or post-shave lotion. Smells like sandalwood. And it is just like a white moisturizer type that you see. Okay. And again, the beginning ingredient is water. Okay. But usually when you see things that look like this in your beard butter, spilling it all over, it's usually a sign that there's water in there. Not always, but most of the time when it looks like a moisturizer, it's probably a moisturizer. If it looks like a duck, it probably is a duck, right? Okay, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, it probably is a duck. Is that how they say that? Anyways, but here's some things that I've been rocking. And I have one over here that I should have brought. Let me grab it. So here's the Grooming that I was talking about earlier. I gave away the pre-shave and all that. This is natural aftershave serum. This one is going to be liquidy, okay? Smells like a lemongrass. If you like lemongrass like I do, you're going to love this one. Marjoram as well. I do like how they have pump tops. I'm a big pump top fan. So Noble Product has a glass bottle. This one's called Soothe, and it's aftershave citrus and spice, and it really smells nice. And I did not mean to say that like citrus and spice and everything nice, but it smells really, really good. So what you could do is when you're done, you can put some of this on, pre-shave lotion, post-shave lotion. You could put the calming serum on, spray it on. Several things you can use. You can use this pump some in your hand. You can even pump it on your head and just rub it and let it dry, air dry. Obviously, you could put some of this on your hand and just kind of rub it on your head. This is the aftershave from Volt Grooming, aloe, cucumber, eucalyptus extract. I don't really get any cucumber in this at all. I love eating cucumbers, but I hate the smell of cucumbers. I mean, when it's just like too strong. But here's what I've been rocking, and this is just the God's honest truth. What I've been using more than anything is this stuff right here and this stuff right here. Now, I may be an affiliate for this company, but literally you can buy this stuff on Amazon, okay? I'm going to buy some more on Amazon because, and I'm just going to tell you, a lot of these have been given to me. So I'm not preferring one over the other. I'm actually going to buy these on Amazon, okay? Because I'm almost out. But these were gifted to me. And this is how much I've used of this, just so you know. This is how, hold on a minute. The little piece of plastic came out of that. But this is how much I've used of that, all right? See? Man. By the way, fantastic scent. Amazing. Now, this is the owner of this company. I don't even know his name, but I heard him talking on a video a while back. He was doing his shaving tutorial using the Cut Buddy, or sorry, the Bald Buddy, which is a good one, but I think it's got some flawed designs to it, like a lot of other head shavers. But this stuff, he said, it's like his crack, and I'm not saying like it doesn't, I'm not saying it smells like his butt crack. I'm saying it's like crack cocaine. How somebody is addicted to stuff, this is his addiction. Now, this stuff is fantastic, and I almost want to try to like really get as much out of this as I can for my head, but I don't think I'm going to have enough, and I might try it. But before I put this on, every time I get done shaving my head, I'll throw this on there. Now, this is not an aerosol can. You can hear it's plastic, okay? Just a plastic bottle, but it's got a pump top on it. And what I heard somebody say one time was if you put this in the refrigerator. I think it was the owner that was saying in the same video. He says he's got people that put this in the refrigerator, and when they're ready to use it, they pull on the refrigerator and spray their head. And I tried it and I thought, wow, that is amazing, because what happens is when you spray your head with this, when you get in shaving, it's like a shock. It's just, it hits you and it feels really, really good. But when it's cold, it's even a bigger shock. But it's going to soothe your head. It's going to help you reduce the irritations, the bumps, the razor burns, ingrown hairs. A lot of people get ingrown hairs by using head shavers. But again, that's why we pre-shave, oil our heads, so that those little hairs will be loose to be able to be plucked out by the head shaver. So really, really cool on this. And so I'm going to go ahead and spray my head with it now, because this is what I use, and I'll show you. This is how I do it. Okay, make sure to get back on your neck where it gets irritations. I probably overkilled that one, but the cool thing about it is it actually dries super, super fast. All right, and you can kind of, just let it kind of run on your head, because it actually evaporates a lot of it, and a lot of it just goes into your skin. So I'm going to sit here and talk to you just for a few moments, and you can see my head's going to get dry. It's going to get very shiny. A lot of people don't like the shine. I do have some anti-shine sheets that I have from Grooming, which is nice if you're on stage like me and you talk a lot and you just don't want to blind people when you're on stage. It will take the glare off. And a lot of people have used those as well. If you have acne on your face, you can use it and kind of blotch your face. And I'm telling you, it will just absorb the oil right off of your face and your cheeks. A lot of people get oils right in here, really oily skin. They can just dab it and you can see the oil literally sucked off onto that little blotting pad. So you can use it and tap it on your head too, like when you're having a lot of oils on your head, to kind of just get that glare off. But I don't let it bother me too much. You can see it's drying really nice. I mean, it's pretty dry, really. I don't have anything really going on here, right? See, it's dry. So it works pretty fast. It really does. So I'm going to see how much of this stuff I can actually get out of this before I go on Amazon and buy more. Okay, let's see here. Let me see if I can kind of work up a little deal to put on my head. It's not a whole lot, but I just literally absolutely love this stuff. I think it does an incredible, amazing job, especially on the bottom of my neck where I have so much irritation sometimes because of all that friction. It's a lot rougher skin back there on the back of my head, thicker skin than on my head. So, but yeah, I'm nickel and diming this bad boy for sure. So, let's see here. Highly recommend, guys. I'm telling you, if I was to give this like a rating, like 1 to 10, I'd put it up there like at 8.5 or 9, and that's pretty high. Okay. Now, when I put this on, my kids always say, "Oh man, that your head smells so so good." Now, the scent doesn't last a whole long time, a long long time, but it actually works for a little while, and it smells really good after you put it on. But let's see here. Oh, here we go. I just hit the jackpot, baby. Yes, sir. So I just practically have just made this bone dry here. All right. So again, that's going to be the bump buddy, and I have the post shock treatment. Most of these products, not all of them, but most of them are going to be on my Amazon link storefront. What does that mean? What that means is there's a storefront that I've curated a lot of products that a lot of people are always asking me, where do I, is this the one? Is this the one? Is this the one? Because they want to make sure that they buy the right one. Well, I have made a list of different head shavers, different products that I use that you can go on there, and it doesn't cost you any more than normal. If you don't want to go through the link, you don't have to do that either. It's not going to cost you a penny more. It's not going to cost you a penny less. But it does kind of support this channel with just a little bit of kickback that Amazon takes from their money to invest in this channel for my reviews. But again, that was going to be the head shaver Max Groom, and also the MK13 by Hummingbird that I used. This side and this side, pretty close on both shaves, really good. So that is it, guys. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So if we have any questions that you have for me, let me know in the chat. I would be happy to answer any head shaving questions that you have. Any head shaving questions that you might have today, you can let me know in the chat, and I love to help you figure out which one that you would like to buy. I almost sound like a southern. Which ones you would like to buy? So I enjoy shaving my head. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice. I love, you know, keeping my lines crisp. A lot of guys, they're not really into this type of stuff. You know, they grow their beards out and they just make sure that they don't have any crazy flyaway hairs up here that are just kind of getting out of control. Me, I like to have the line. I just like to have a line where I can shave above it and let everything below it grow. Okay. And so, again, I think this one might cost you somewhere around 70, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Somewhere around 70, maybe, the MK13. Um, you can buy it on the Amazon storefront, or you can buy it at humbirdUSA.com. I think I have a code. I don't even know what my code is. But the Max Groom, you can buy it on their website, but I highly recommend that you go pick one of these up if you do want one of these on Amazon, because it's just so much faster to get to. It's free shipping. I have Groomy Baldy Pro, works very well for me. I do too. And in fact, that's my other go-to here too. I have it sitting over here because I haven't charged it. It was dead. It was dead. Let's see here, right here. So you can see it's practically 5 minutes left. So, but I love this thing too. This one, the Brio Rays, and these two right here that I did today are like my top four that I rotate all the time. I'm always rotating these head shavers because they just feel different in your hand. You may one day feel like you want to have one like this. Next day, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to do something different. Because a lot of guys are like creatures oh, uh, of habit. You know, they want to do the same thing over and over and over. And I like to just throw some uh, spontaneity, if you will, in that. Just be spontaneous with what I'm doing. But I will say this: there are head shavers I have that I do not go for. There are some of them that some of people out there may absolutely love, and that's the greatest thing about living here and what we do. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got their favorites. Doesn't mean one's superior over the other. It just works better for you. So, but I wanted to share these with you guys. If you know anybody that is into shaving their head, you might be able to share this with them. Maybe it'll help them. I have a lot of people. You would be surprised how many people ask me all the time, what do you use on your head? How do you shave your head? What is the best practice to do for your head? And here's another good one. When is a good time to shave your head? Is it better to shave your head at night? Is it better to shave your head in the morning? And I like to shave my head in the evenings. That's kind of I don't think there's really any science behind it that it works better if you do it at night. But I do it at night, and I try to do it the night before I'm going to do something, because sometimes you'll have irritation. Sometimes your head will look red because your head will be irritated because of all the friction. If you do it at nighttime before you go to bed, you can know that you're going to sleep during the night and your head's going to repair itself if you have any irritation. By putting the post-treatment stuff on to your skin, you can sleep throughout the night and know that when you wake up, your head is going to be obviously still. It may not be as shaved as it is when you first do it, because obviously hair grows pretty fast, really. But it's not going to be to the point where it's going to be too noticeable that you haven't shaved your head. You're still going to look good, like a nice head shaved. Um, should you wet shave or dry shave? I talked about this in the past too. You can dry shave if you want to. A lot of people do it. They make these head shavers so you can dry shave. It makes it convenient. But should you shave your head dry? Should you? And the answer is that's up to you. That's personally depends on how your head does. My head seems to get more irritated when I don't wet shave, and so that is why wet shave because I don't want the irritations. You know, I don't want it to be real hard on my skin. And so it makes a big difference for me, at least when I wet shave. I feel also that it also helps, obviously, when I put the pre-shave oil on, getting a closer shave. That's just my personal thoughts and opinions on that. Doesn't mean I'm right. It just seems that's what it's been for me, and it's been good for me. It's worked out for me. How often should you shave your head? Another good question. Should you shave your head every day? Should you shave your head every other day? Wait, every 3 days? And again, that comes down to preference, what you want. If you want to shave your head every single day and make sure that you have a clean shaven head every single day of your life, you never have to worry about it, you know, looking like you're growing that hair out. And people say, are you not shaving your head anymore? Are you trying to let your hair grow out? How many times do you think people have said that to you? At least for me, people have said that a lot. Are you letting your hair grow out? No, I'm not letting my hair grow out. I'm doing reviews on my head shaving, you know, and a lot of times I'll do reviews and I've got to let the hair grow out so I can really show it, the contrast. Because here's the thing, for every great people, awesome person out there that makes great, nice, complimenting, encouraging comments, you're going to have about 5 to 10 people that's going to come and talk trash and say stupid stuff. And that is just people and how they are. You're gonna have people that's gonna come and say, "My gosh, why are you shaving your head? Your head's already shaved. What kind of review is this?" And blah 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 blah. But what you really got to understand is if your hair is too long, it will snag your hair. It will hurt your head by doing that, and it won't really cut very well. Because what's going to happen is these blades are made to cut like short hair, not to cut long hairs. If you want to cut long hairs, you need to grab out some trimmers. I highly recommend picking a great trimmer out. You can get the I think it's the Master Groom MK, I can't remember, 7. I could be wrong on that. MK, I don't know. It's the Master Groom from Hummingbird. It's a great, fantastic one. Or you can go with the Brio Beardscape, which has always been a staple of mine. I use all the time. You can change the blade out and have the same trimmer for everything. But but you need to trim your hair down first before you use a head shaver. All right. So a lot of people can say what they want, but you know, that's the thing about being online. People can say what they want, but that doesn't mean they're always right. Okay, and so um, me personally, I try to shave my head, you know, every few days. All right, that's me. Some people want to shave it every single day. Some people can get by every other day. So I just notice my hair's growing in. I just shave it. I mean, I don't make. I try not to make too much of a deal out of anything really. I just go with life and go with the flow and you know just look at myself and say, okay, I've got some hair growing in. I'm gonna go ahead and shave it. I always try to look good when I do things. Randy, that's my son. IEB reacts, by the way. Isaac there. So appreciate you stopping by, Randy. Hopefully, hey, by the way, your beard's looking really good today, buddy. I showed my kids your beard. But let me know in the comments, guys, what head shavers. Obviously, Randy, you said you have the Baldy Pro and you like it. Works good. But is there anybody else in the chat today that's had a head shaver? Perhaps you have a head shaver. What products are you using? Do you like the products that you're using? Let us know as well because I'm curious myself what you're using. Again, these are all the products that I consistently go back and forth, it seems like, too. And I know there are several other products out there on the market that perhaps maybe I haven't even discovered. I know that there is a bald boss from the Bald Brothers. It's like a moisturizer. It does good too. I don't think it's as good as this stuff that I've used. It doesn't really melt or anything like that. Um, but um, but it kind of moisturized. You have to really take a little bit more time to rub it into your head. What's going on, Sneezy? Hi, Chew. Good to see you today, buddy. I'm rocking the Max Groom. I just used the Max Groom, and I was just talking about you. That you sent me a text the other day and said that you had the Max Groom, and it didn't dawn on me till later. I was watching it again, and I thought, oh, okay, yeah. So, did you hear about the Max Groom on this channel, or did you just happen to find it online and think, man, I'm going to try that out? Just curious. because I haven't seen a whole lot of other people talk about this head shaver. I haven't. I don't know if it's because it's new or something. I don't even know if it's new. I just I discovered it and thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about this because it's got everything that I've always talked about, wishing that a head shaver would have. I heard it from you, bro. Awesome. Awesome. Well, it makes me happy when I hear stuff like this that it's actually been helpful for you because, you know, if I'm not helping you guys out, then I'm not doing my job. Okay. And so I'm getting better at styling. That's funny. So, yeah, so I talked about something earlier, and I don't know if you guys caught that, but I'm not going to go into detail about a company, but I had a company that was that I did a review on recently, and I said it was a great company, great owner, great soaps. I mean, obviously, I didn't try the soaps, but I mean, to me personally, maybe I should have just tried the soaps. Maybe I should have just used the soaps and said, you know, the soaps was good, but you know, I don't have a picture of the soap, so here's the box. I could have done that, but I didn't. I just said, you know, soap is soap to me personally, and so I know that everything's personal deal. But you know, for me personally, soap is soap. You know, what matters is what it smells like. You know, but to be honest with you, you know, next time I'll just take a picture of the soap and I'll just use the soap. I mean, if it bothers people that much that I said the soap was good because I like the smell of it and didn't actually use it, then whatever. I mean, I've never heard somebody other than today ever tell me that, ask me the question, are you getting paid to bash a company? Instead of the other way, are you getting paid to do a review on this company where you want them to give you money and buy their stuff? No, it's completely opposite. And so, but it was a preference. I didn't like the scents. Everybody's different, you know. But I said the fill and beard was good. The product was good in itself, but I just didn't like the scents. And I got attacked, like, you know, a few people. And I wouldn't say really attacked. I'd say a few people were shocked and they're like, well, you know, each to their own. But one guy said that I need to go to the grocery store and pick up the oils that's in my wheelhouse. And I thought, okay, that's funny. But and the craziest one though, this is what I got today, and it's where they said this. They said, you know, I wanted to listen to this because I love this company, but I have to shut it off because you don't have a good voice, and I don't want to hear it anymore. I just thought you all because I just didn't like a few cents of this company. And I'm thinking, is that kind of where the community's gone? Has the community become so toxic where they just want to bash somebody because they have an opinion? It's a sad deal. And if that's the case, I mean, if that's the support that companies have, the friends that companies have, then why would anybody want to be a part of that? And I mean, just being honest. I mean, what's your guys' thoughts? Do you think that it's a sad deal when somebody makes an honest opinion on just a scent that, and they even say, even in the video, that many people like this, but I personally just don't care for the scent. Do you think that that is like something that's worth enough for people to come on and talk trash and say that I just can't even stand to hear your voice? So, but this company is the best company ever, blah blah blah. Just I'm just curious. What is your guys' thoughts in the chat? I know this is about beard care stuff and soap. Has nothing to do with head shaving, but I'm just curious. You know, as you're coming in, let me know. Sneezy, what do you think? Randy, what do you think? I mean, I'm not gonna let it bother me. I'm not gonna lie to you. At the beginning, I thought, well, that's just crazy. It's crazy because you hear so much good stuff in the community of the bearded community that when you start hearing these things, you start thinking, man, there's a lot of toxic people out there that want to just trash talk people and bring people down and try to bring people down, by the way. You know, it's how you receive it, how you take it. And so I'm just going to just move on and say, you know what? That's what I do. I'm not a salesperson. Okay. There are several different creators out there that may be all over the world, salespersons. They're trying to sell stuff to you. You know, I'm sure of it. I mean, there's a lot of like faceless YouTube channels out there that tries to sell things. I mean, I've actually looked up reviews on head shavers, just to kind of get over, see what everybody else is doing. And I have so many people that are putting on the craziest, dumbest head shavers that aren't worth a darn, but they're saying they're like number one and number two, and it's like, wow, that is sad. I mean, because what happens is when people give just reviews because they want to make people happy, you're going to have people that's going to be upset because they're going to buy stuff and then they're going to be led astray and say, man, this is nothing like you said it was. And then they're going to be upset with you and not believe anything you say. And so, but again, when it comes down to it, a head shaver is a head shaver. When it comes down like scents, it's so subjective. One thing that I may hate, you may love. One thing that I think just is just okay, you may absolutely love it. You know, and so, but that's just kind of like a soapbox that I'm on today because I just like I'm kind of shocked. Really, I really am. I'm kind of shocked that people would be so upset. And you have never led me down a bad path, bro. So your reviews are honest, and I appreciate that, my friend. Dude, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. You've supported me recently. You purchased some stuff from me. You're getting it today. God, I hope that it's good. If it's not good, I'm gonna feel like, man, feel it really, really bad that I sent you something that I thought a scent was good, and then you turn around and you're like, oh man, this scent's not good, and it could be that way, but if you like a lot of the scents that I like, I think you'll like the scent. The good news is that I like a lot of scents that my wife doesn't like. I like a lot of scents that my kids they're like, it's okay, it's not bad. But the scent that I actually made and sent to you, my wife loved it, my kids loved it. I had it in my beard the other day because I made it too bad. I made two oils, one for you and one for me, and I wore it to the zoo. And I had so many people say, "Man, I can smell your cologne." It's not even cologne; it was beard, but it was a tobacco scent, and I loved it. And it wasn't crazy, but it was strong enough for people around me to scent it. And I never really picked it up, but other people can do it around me because I was nose blind. I smelt it, and it just kind of got to the point where I couldn't smell it, but I just love the way it makes my beard feel. My beard can lay straight with it. I didn't really heat my beard today, but I do have that beard stuff. Beard stuff. I have the beard oil of mine in today. Again, I did not heat it up and straighten it, which my beard will look straighter most of the time. But it just seems like it's way more fuller. So my wife enjoyed it. She loved it. And so I kind of get a little nervous sometimes when I love a scent and my wife does not like it. And so does it mean I don't wear it anymore? Absolutely not. I'll still wear it. It's just I have wore an oil that I absolutely can't wear anymore. I'll wear it, and every time my kids and my wife goes, "Oh my gosh, what is that smell?" And it's oud. It's a oud. That not all ouds are really, really great smelling. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I thought that I had a couple of oils one time that actually went bad, and come to find out that they weren't bad. That's just what the oud smelled like. And you had people saying, "Oh my gosh, this is the best smell I've ever smelt in my life," and I'm thinking, maybe we got a bad batch. Have you guys ever been like that? My wife's like, maybe you just got a bad one, and then you get something else that has oud in it, and it comes out smelling almost identical. So it is an actual scent. Not all ouds are going to be completely friendly with people. When you think of oud for greatness, you think it's fabulous, fantastic. Most people will love an oud like oud for greatness, okay, or oud for glory if you're going for the cheaper one, Latafa. But 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 uh but not all scents are going to be fantastic, okay. And so but the fact that my wife enjoys them and stuff, and my kids and majority consensus say they like it, it's always a good thing. It's always a good sign. So but I hope you like that, man. I hope you like it, Sneezy. If you don't like it, don't feel bad and let me know, because I want to have that feedback. I'm not going to be one that's going to take stuff offensively if you don't like my stuff. I'm not going to do it. I mean, because not everybody's going to like everybody's stuff. It's just what it is. And that's why companies should be always listening to their customers too, to see constructive criticism. And that's what I said. I even said that on the review. I said, listen, I said I would love to try a different scent from you. You know, I mean, if you have different scents that are more in line with me, I would love to try them. I didn't say I never want to try this company again. I don't approve of this company. I don't think you should check this stuff out. I think this is not good. I don't think anybody's going to like it. Didn't say anything like that. What I said was some people's going to love this. Some people do like this, but I just personally myself just couldn't get past it, couldn't like it. And so, you know, by saying that, that was enough to really tick some people off. So, anyways, so I'm excited about tonight, guys. Listen, if you're live tonight and free, you should come over to the Styled and Dialed show. We're going to be doing some awesome giveaways. We're going to be giving away some beard oils that kind of look like this, Chad's Choice. Okay, um, and I'm excited about it. We're going to be doing our scent release tonight, the collab between Bearded Death and I. And we're going to be doing, like, I would think maybe 3 giveaways tonight on some oils. So you might be able to win something tonight. If not, you can always purchase some. But BT, or sorry, BHT 15 saves you 15% off everything there at their website. But bring your questions. If you have any questions, bring them tonight. Just bring yourself. We're going to have a great time tonight. And I hope that this video has helped somebody out. I really do. I hope that this kind of sparks some ideas in your head. Uh, as I said before, you do not have to go to my Amazon link and buy any of this stuff. You can find something that works for you, for your head. But I highly recommend if you're going to wet shave, do a pre-shave oil of some kind. You can even use a beard oil if you want to. A lot of that is good for your skin anyways, for that lubrication. Find a clear gel. That's what I recommend. If you want to use shaving cream, you can do that, but I just don't recommend it because it's just thickening and it's going to be harder to see and it's going to be harder to get the trappings in here because of all that foam that gets in these. It really blocks it and bogs it down. And a good after shave moisturizer. Those are 3 things that I highly recommend when you are shaving your head. All right. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for staying here with me and your comments. Much appreciated. And I will see you guys tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Styled and Dialed show. So make sure you come in and tune in. All right, y'all.